HBO's The Penguin is a hit with fans and critics alike. The series follows a reimagined version of the villain of the same name, who was previously introduced in The Batman. Named Ounce Cobb in this adaptation, the Penguin is trying to gain and cement power over Gotham's criminal underworld. The show is less a superhero adaptation than it is a crime series akin to The Sopranos. Its episodes have an average approval rate of 94% for critics and 91% for audiences on Rotten Tomatoes. Episode 4 continues this trend, and it is the highest rated of the series so far. In fact, the latest installment of The Penguin is among the highest-rated episodes of any live-action DC Comics television adaptation to date. According to IMDb, the series has an impressive 9.5 rating. Only Arrow Season 5, Episode 23, and The Flash Season 1, Episode 15 beat it, with scores only higher by 0.1. For perspective, this means The Penguin's fourth episode is better received than the likes of Smallville, Watchmen, Peacemaker, Gotham, and more. With such high praise, it's important to look at why the latest episode of The Penguin struck a chord with audiences. The Penguin Episode 4 is its highest rated for good reason. Sophia Falcone's backstory is tragic. The Penguin Episode 4 serves as Sophia Falcone's villain origin story. Her complicated history unfolds via flashback. With the help of a journalist, young Sophia discovers her father, Carmine Falcone, is actually a serial killer who targets women, and he is responsible for her mother's death. Unfortunately, her driver, Ounce Cobb, rats her out to Carmine. The elder Falcone takes out the journalist and frames Sophia for his murders. She is declared mentally unfit to stand trial and is sent to Arkham, where she suffers inhumane treatment by both staff and fellow inmates for 10 years. Even more tragic, her brother Alberto was the only family member who stood by her, but he was killed by Ounce earlier in the series. The latter half of the episode sees Sophia taking revenge on her family. Sophia only spares her young cousin Gia and Johnny Vitti, an underboss she will likely need for strategic reasons. She gasses the rest of the family, wiping them out. Her next target is undoubtedly Ounce, as he is the one responsible for her incarceration, her brother's murderer, and now her number one obstacle in taking control of the Falcone Empire. Though Episode 4 is unflinchingly brutal, it is also compelling. Kristen Milioti is a powerhouse as Sophia, and the Penguin is at its best when she is on screen, something its IMDb ratings prove. The only two episodes of DC TV to score higher than The Penguin. Even with over 70 years of DC TV, The Penguin ranks among the best. Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin. Interestingly, the episodes that outrank The Penguin both come from the highly popular Arrowverse. Arrow Season 5, Episode 23 pits Oliver Queen in a battle against Adrian Chase to save his son. In the process, the hero must team up with adversaries Deathstroke, Captain Boomerang, Nyssa Ul Ghul, and Malcolm Merlyn. It's an exciting episode that makes use of the series' previous antagonists in a satisfying way. While the Arrow episode builds on the foundation the series built over several seasons, The Flash's highly rated episode actually comes from its first season. It follows the same Freak of the Week format that the rest of the season did, though it pushes the plot forward with reveals about the Reverse Flash and a crazy fake-out death. Both episodes are elevated by performance and audience connection, like The Penguin Episode 4 is. The HBO series is tonally different from the Arrowverse, being much more dark and violent. Even so, the latter remains beloved by a subset of DC fans. If The Penguin is being held in such high regard this early in its run, these ratings may spell out its place among DC's most well-regarded television shows.